Why do you believe that salespeople struggle to get references from their clients to use somewhere during the sales process? Because you know it's going to come up at some point in time. It's going to come up.
Mhm. I mean, the core of sales, and I think a lot of people miss this. The core of sales is making sure that there's a really strong fit in the first place, and then setting good expectations and setting really solid expectations with, if I'm an AE, if I'm a first time AE and I'm selling to a VP of sales, and I've been in this role, I was selling to like heads of mines that were procuring equipment. And for me to try and set strong expectations with somebody who is 20 years my senior and was the head of this huge mine was a really hard kind of ego thing to think, oh, I can, I have the capacity to do this, but it's what's required of somebody in your role. We're not just here to be meek and try and get the sale and win it on price and be the easiest sale and veer away from the hard things. It's about having the hard conversations up front to set really strong expectations. This is what the engagement's going to look like. I see that, first make sure you're a fit, then make sure that you set really strong expectations. And I think a lot of reps that I've seen, they do a really great job of understanding, okay, this is what you need. And then they kind of, all right, let's move to selling mode, right? And it's not about setting the expectations. And it's when those expectations aren't set that you manufacture disappointment in your customers regularly. And that makes it really hard to get references. So that's my 2 cents off the cuff.
No, and I like you just said something that I think is really important. And it all goes back to establishing trust and why I believe it's so important. You said having the difficult conversations or the hard conversations. Those are the necessary conversations you must have up front. I'll call these healthy business conversations, or we can call these healthy assertive conversations. It's okay. So this goes back to, it's hard to establish trust. I don't care, insert title of whatever you want to use in sales, right? It's hard to have these type of conversations if you lack confidence, you lack believability in yourself, you lack believability in your messaging, and you have low self-worth. It's hard to have these type of conversations up front. But mark my word on this, and you hit home on this, is if you can do this and you do this up front, watch how fast you build trust. You've set the stage like none other in sales. So if we flip this around, I think most people, and I'll just throw this out there so we can laugh about it, but I think most people, unfortunately, in that first conversation would go to product, company, solutions, things like that. So you act just like almost everybody else. But if you can put your mindset, if you can put yourself in their shoes, these are executives, leaders, key decision makers. If we know we're lacking trust and we're lacking credibility, have these good, healthy business conversations up front. Then watch how fast you establish credibility and build trust. They will start sharing things with you they're not sharing with other people.